Today we are going to see chapter 1, unit number 4, capital expenditure, revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure, revenue expenditure. बेटा ये फोटो देख के आप जिस तरीके से हंसने लगते हो ना, यस बदल दूंगा. तो कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, कैपिटल रिसीट्स, रेवेन्यू रिसीट्स. So first thing, before starting this session, capital and revenue expenditure and receipts, what is important point? Capital expenditure is an asset. क्या याद रखना है आपको? What do you have to remember? Capital expenditure is an asset. एक से या आपको चाहिए तो आप स्टडी मटेरियल पे लिख के रख सकते हो. पेज नंबर बेटा कोई बताएगा? 1.61. 1.61. Write down capital expenditure means asset and revenue expenditure is called as expenditure which we record it in the profit and loss account debit side. Science background student. Capital expenditure, now assets, liabilities, expenditure, income. Asset means expenditure which is incurred in the past expenditure, and benefit you are going to receive it in the future. So benefit will be in the future. So beta expenditure incurred in the past, Ronit ji, and benefit you are going to receive it in the future. Very good. So for example, suppose मैंने past में I bought one car, motor car. Okay, so expenditure incurred in the past. Beta 18 years ago. चलो एक वन कट कर देता हूँ फिर. 8 years ago. ओके, एक कार परचेस किया बेटा, नैनो. सो नैनो कार, यस अच्छी गाड़ी है, बस छोटी, मैं लूना पे आता हूँ. हाँ, तो नैनो कार बॉट बिफोर 8 years. अभी उसी से बेटा मैं क्लास में आता हूँ, क्लाइंट प्लेस पे जाता हूँ, बिजनेस प्लेस पे जाता हूँ. सो बेनिफिट आई एम गेटिंग फ्रॉम दैट कार. वाई? बेटा यूज कर रहा हूँ ना वो कार. हाँ, तो वो क्लाइंट प्लेस पे मैं जल्दी से आता हूँ, वहां पे जाता हूँ. तो एक्सपेंडिचर विच इज इनकर्ड इन पास्ट 8 years ago, but benefit I am getting it in future. And when it is revenue expenditure, expenditure incurred in the current year and benefit is also for current year. For example, salary, advertisement. Okay, so these expenditure are of current year and benefit is also for the current year. Yes, ये एक दिमाग में रखना है. So 2 points you have to remember. Number 1, asset. Asset which is expenditure in the past and benefit in the future. And expenditure, current year expenditure and benefit in the current year. Correct? कहाँ गए ये गोवर्धन? Okay. Yes beta. Now remember, this is your profit and loss account. Okay, profit and loss account, beta, it is your performance statement. It is a performance statement. And second one is a balance sheet, which yes beta, this statement is a financial position statement. Beta, this statement P and L, remember, this is always for the year. It is for a specific period. होता रहता है, हाँ. So year means it is for the specific period. And balance sheet is always as on. This is for 1 day. Balance sheet is only for 1 day. It is not for whole period. Assets on the 31st March. It is not your all assets up to 31st March. Salary you paid, expenditure, it is not paid, it is accrued. Accrued salary which is accrued during the year. That is you are writing on the debit side. This is whole salary, 1,20,000. Assume 10,000 per month, so it is 1,20,000. And here this is your expenditure side. This is your income side. Your final accounts chapter, we are going to cover it in that. What is expenditure, income, and here it is liability and right hand side asset. This is our traditional way how we are following our balance sheet. Now suppose if you see under Ind AS, now what is Ind AS that we are going to see, but under Ind AS asset is first and liability is afterwards. Indian accounting standard apart from AS, I will explain it later. Ind AS, बेटा Ind is आपका ऐसा आपका पाक AS होगा तो हमारा Ind AS है. Okay, our AS are Ind AS, your AS are पाक. बेटा आपके कोई स्टैंडर्ड नहीं है, हाँ. तो ये मतलब आपके कंट्री बेटा, मतलब अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज में. ओके, यस. तो एक्सपेंडिचर नहीं, मतलब मैं स्टैंडर्ड्स के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ. स्टैंडर्ड मतलब अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स, हाँ, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड. अदर स्टैंडर्ड्स वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू सी. ओके, सो एक्सपेंडिचर, यस, एक्सपेंडिचर ठीक है. Incurred in the current year and benefit is also for the current year. Now liability side, salary payable, it is only for 1 day. 31st March को कितना outstanding है. For example, I am going to pay only 10,000 is still remaining. That is a payable. That is for a period or that is for particular date. And this salary is for the period. So always remember, your P&L statement is always for the period and your balance sheet is always for 1 day. For example, now this motor car, balance which is appearing in the motor car, it is called as capital expenditure, capex. मैं क्या बुलाऊंगा इसको? capex. And this is beta revex, revenue expenditure. Okay, capital expenditure, revex is a revenue expenditure. So first we have to identify. Now in business it is very difficult. Now sometimes you may think that this is your capital expenditure, but might be in income tax beta. Now normally in income tax there is always a fight between income tax officer and assessee. Assessee means who is paying tax. I am assessee. Okay, so I am paying tax, therefore I am assessee. Assessee is a person who is paying tax, and income tax officer, he does scrutiny. Okay, वो क्या करता है, आपके ऊपर उसका पूरा ध्यान है बेटा. हाँ, आपने टैक्स बचाया, नहीं पे किया, तो immediately you will get love letter. Okay, from income tax department. Okay, आइए कॉफी के लिए बुला लेंगे आपको और हमें उसी से डरना है. हाँ, वो कॉफी मतलब क्या, तेरी शादी का रिश्ता नहीं है उधर. ओके, तो फिर बाद में जब इनकम टैक्स ऑफिसर हाथ धो के ईडी के नोटिस निकलने के बाद क्या होता है बेटा? नहीं, पूरा कोई दूसरों को जाके मिल जाता है, पूरा पार्टी इधर का उधर. ओके, पूरा बेटा पवार वाले सब एक साइड पे. ओके, एकनाथ शिंदे एक साइड पे. हाँ, तो you have to understand कि इनकम टैक्स ऑफिसर ऑलवेज फाइट्स फॉर दिस एक्सपेंडिचर इज नॉट revenue expenditure, this is capital expenditure. Why? Logic is very simple. For example, if I incur some expenses, try to understand, if I incur some expenses rupees 1 lakh and I have shown this expenditure as revenue expenditure, my tax will go down by rupees 1 lakh. My income will go down, not tax, my income will go down by 1 lakh, and if income goes down by 1 lakh, my tax will be lower. And suppose if this is a capital expenditure, I will record, assume this is car, 1 lakh rupees, I cannot claim this as expenditure. I can claim maximum depreciation on this. I will claim depreciation. That is also as per income tax act. नहीं तो ये बोलेगा पूरा depreciation. This is not allowed beta. Income tax already decided percentage. तो आपको आपका दिमाग नहीं लगाना है. Income tax department already decided percentage. 20,000. Now beta, this depreciation rupees 20,000. Now you claim only 20,000 as a depreciation expenditure. So yes beta, as an SEC, would you like to claim depreciation 20,000 only or full expenditure 1 lakh? Full expenditure 1 lakh. मैं क्या सोचूंगा, अरे 1 लाख का बेनिफिट लेता हूं ना तो मेरा प्रॉफिट इस साल खत्म हो जाएगा, कम हो जाएगा 1 लाख से. 20,000 ही एक्सपेंडिचर बताया, तो सपोज यू claim 20,000 depreciation, I claim 1 lakh expenditure, so my profit will be lower by 80,000, तो उतना मेरा टैक्स बचेगा. So no one likes to record it as capital expenditure. Every SEC thinks he should record it as revenue expenditure, and therefore bifurcation is very important. And before starting this unit, first you have to understand, if I am showing that as a revenue expenditure, I will record it in the profit and loss account, and if I am claiming it as a capital expenditure, I will record it on the asset side. Clear हो गए thoughts? एकदम easy है. क्यों कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो पहले समझ लीजिए कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर एवरी एसएससी जो भी टैक्स भरेगा उसको क्या लगेगा, एसएससी को लगेगा कि मैंने ये रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर बताना चाहिए. रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर बताने का फायदा क्या होगा, 1 लाख रुपए का उसने एक्सपेंडिचर बताया तो 1 लाख से उसका प्रॉफिट कम हो जाएगा. वही डेप्रिसिएशन से 20,000 से बताया तो उसका प्रॉफिट सिर्फ 20,000 से कम होगा. तो 20,000 से प्रॉफिट कम हुआ तो टैक्स ज्यादा भरना पड़ेगा. 1 लाख से प्रॉफिट कम हुआ तो टैक्स कम पे करना, और किसी को भी टैक्स पे करना पसंद नहीं है. तब होते मैं भरता हूँ बेटा. यस, आई एम वेरी लॉयल पर्सन. यस, मैं कभी भी टैक्स ज्यादा ही बताता हूँ. बिकॉज वाई दिस इज ऑल्सो रीजन. बिकॉज बेटा व्हेन I pay more tax, then my returns are strong. Income tax returns are strong. And suppose if I am in need of money, बेटा friends will never give me a money. ना रिश्तेदार ऐसे टाइम पे आते हैं, पर एक आता है वो बेटा आपको लगता है दे 10 लाख रुपए दे. हाँ, तो फ्रेंड्स और रिश्तेदार ये नहीं आते, पर बैंक आती है. And when bank first, they see your income tax returns of past 3 years. Okay, and if your income tax returns are strong, तो बेटा आपको लोन लेने में आसानी जाती है. लोन लिया तो हम लोग बिजनेस बढ़ा सकते हैं. एक बिजनेस नहीं तो हुआ तो दूसरा, नहीं हुआ तो तीसरा, 5-6 करने के बिजनेस. हाँ, बिजनेस. ओके, तो यस, and it's very important. Suppose if you want to buy some housing loan चाहिए, suppose if you want to buy some your own home, तो बेटा for that it's not possible without loan. कोई ऐसा जेब में 1.5-2 करोड़ रुपए लेके घूमने वाले बहुत कम लोग रहते हैं, लाइक अग्रवाल जी. ओके, ऐसा ही उल्टा किया बेटा 4 करोड़ गिर गए ऐसा. हाँ, तो हमारे और आपके जैसे कुछ लोग रहते बेटा, वी आर नॉट फ्रॉम बारामती. ओके, सो हमें लोन लेना पड़ता है, और लोन लेने के बाद बेटा इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न स्ट्रांग रहेगा तो लोन देते हैं. और रिटर्न स्ट्रांग कब होगा, जब आप प्रॉफिट ज्यादा बताओगे. तब जानबूझ के नहीं प्रॉफिट बढ़ा के बताने का. हाँ, नहीं तो टैक्स पे करना पड़ता है, वो कहाँ से लाएगा फिर. हाँ, ओके, तो उतना जो है वो बताइए. ओके, चलिए चलो आगे जाते हैं. सो कैपिटल एंड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, चलो ध्यान दीजिए. कैपिटल एंड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर एंड रिसीट्स. नाउ रिसीट्स हम लोग बाद में देखते हैं. फर्स्ट यू अंडरस्टूड. सो व्हाट आर इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इन दिस? वेयर रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर्स आर रिकॉर्डेड, P&L. Where capital expenditure are recorded, balance sheet asset side. P&L is for the period or for as on date, for the period. Balance sheet, very good. Balance sheet is as on date. Chaliye, next one. Introduction. Why to analyze nature of transaction or as capital or revenue? For ascertaining the periodical business results, that whether transaction is of capital or revenue nature are to be transferred whether to P&L or balance sheet. So revenue transactions, already beta I taught you, revenue expenditure are transferred to P&L and capital expenditures are carried to balance sheet. See the word are transferred to P&L, are transferred to P&L and balance sheet में carried होता है. Very good, very good. So what is the difference? First one, इसके ऊपर आपका theory question आएगा. Difference for 4 marks. Revenue receipt, capital receipt we'll see later beta. First we'll see expenditure. Receipts beta बाद में देखेंगे. हाँ जी. Revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Expenditure related to normal business. Day-to-day business expenditure are called as normally, normally it is not compulsory. Normally it is called as revenue expenditure. An expenditure benefit of which you are getting for more than 1 year, it is called as capital expenditure. See, this is not only the difference. Accounting treatment, yes, revenue expenditure is debited to P&L and this is carried to balance sheet. One more point, some examples. Monthly salary or rent, interest expenditure, replacement of worn out part. बेटा जो खराब पार्ट हो गया उसको रिप्लेस करना. Replacement of worn out part if it does not have any regular maintenance. So regular maintenance beta, then fines. Okay, so fines you have to record it as revenue expenditure. Okay, purchase of fixed asset and freight, legal fees to acquire property. Now we are going to see some questions based on this. Beta, legal fees, for example, yes, I will tell you, no beta, not CA fees. Legal fees, suppose if you are buying any property, in that case, suppose if I am buying some office, okay, first I have to see whether builder has acquired that land where he constructed that office. That no non-agriculture this, तो but obvious वो non-agriculture तो होना ही रहने ही वाला है, but that land it should be free of charge. It should be free of charge. Sir, example, suppose that builder has that land and to develop that land, to construct that offices, he has some loan, he acquired some loan. Now loan is from Indiabulls, example, loan is from Indiabulls and that office is bought by Mr. Pawan. Now suppose Pawan has paid, example, full cash, okay, means checks, he has not taken any loan and he bought that property, that office. Suppose CA बनने के बाद उसने वो office ले लिया, but builder has not paid that amount to Indiabulls. Now tell me, who is legal owner of that land? नो 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 पवन, हाउ नो बेटा, अभी नहीं, लीगल ओनर आप है ही नहीं, पहले यू हैव टू टेक एनओसी, नो ऑब्जेक्शन सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम द इंडिया बुल्स। इंडिया बुल्स से पहले आपको एनओसी लेना पड़ेगा, और वो एनओसी लेने के बाद यू हैव टू गिव दैट एनओसी टू पवन, बिल्डर विल गिव इट टू पवन, and if Pawan does not have that NOC of India Bulls, then in that case India Bulls is a owner and not Pawan till the date of repayment. नहीं तो बेटा इंडिया बुल्स आपसे वो प्रॉपर्टी कब छीन के लेगा आपको समझेगा नहीं, और इसीलिए यू हैव टू अपॉइंट, पवन हैज टू अपॉइंट सम लॉयर, एंड दैट लॉयर ही विल डू research, not research, search, okay, search of that premises, and searching of that premises he will take some fees, that is called as legal fees. It's not chartered accountant fees बेटा, हर बार पे सीए की क्यों फीस आएंगी, दूसरा कोई यही नहीं क्या बिजनेस करने वाला, हाँ, तो लीगल फीस वी हैव टू पे टू बैंक, एंड नॉर्मली इट इज प्रेफरेबल। देखो कुछ चीजें मैं आपको समझा रहा हूं एट दिस स्टेज, whenever your dad, mom, they are buying some property, it's always better to have some loan, क्योंकि जब आप लोन लेते हो तो आपके पूरी प्रॉपर्टी का सर्च रिपोर्ट निकलता है, ओके। अदरवाइज क्या होता है, टूर में सर्च लेने जाएंगे क्या, बिल्डर के ऊपर कितना लोन है, कोई नहीं जाएगा। सो दीज आर सम प्रैक्टिकल पॉइंट्स विच यू आर गोइंग टू फेस इन योर लाइफ, तो बेटा ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये चीजें भी। So legal fees to acquire property. So that fees I am paying to that legal lawyer is called as capital expenditure. So that legal fees which I paid while buying some asset, that legal fees is called, this is one of the example. Legal fees, तो legal तो आपको बहुत बार जाना पड़ता है. So while acquiring any asset, if you are paying any legal fees, suppose example, now legal fees, assume Pawan beta he is a caterer, example, again आपका ही example देते बेटा, Pawan is a caterer and बेटा आर्या का मैरिज था, he appointed Pawan as a caterer and बेटा after eating 10 people died. Now बेटा in the books of caterer आर्या ने एक केस फाइल कर दिया अगेंस्ट पवन, ओके। नाउ पवन हायर सम बेटा लॉयर, एज्यूम लॉयर इज खुशी, तो बेटा खुशी की जो फीस होंगे, दैट फीस, लीगल फीस, that is not for acquiring any property, that is for yes बेटा, ये इनके ऊपर जो केस की गई है कि ये पवन के वजह से ये 10 लोग मर गए, हालांकि वो उनके वजह से मरे थे बेटा, पर ये बेचारे पवन का नाम खराब हो गया, आया समझ में। सो नाउ टेल मी दैट फीस विल बी डेबिटेड टू प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, कहां पे डेबिट करना है, because it is not legal fees which is paid by Pawan to Khushi is revenue expenditure, because no property is acquired, ये तो सिर्फ एक दूसरे का केस डिफीट कर रहे हैं, आया समझ में। तो ऐसे केसेस जो है वो आपके P&L में, दैट लॉयर फीस। सो फर्स्ट आइडेंटिफाई द सर्कमस्टेंसेस, तो सर्कमस्टेंसेस क्या है, इफ इट इज रिलेटेड टू एक्वायरिंग प्रॉपर्टी देन बेटा दैट इज अ capital expenditure. If other than any property, revenue expenditure. Expenditure to obtain cinema license for cinema hall. Okay, assume Agarwal ji beta started one cinema hall beta. Okay, assume करते अग्रवाल जी ने बेटा GVR नाम का एक सिनेमा हॉल स्टार्ट किया, जीवीआर ऐसे ही रहेगा, कुछ अपने को क्या करना है, हाँ जी, तो पीवीआर के बदले में जीवीआर, ओके। नाउ बेटा दिस सिनेमा हॉल नीड सम लाइसेंस, and that license, when he paid that amount is a capital expenditure. This is called as capital expenditure. So you got the difference between capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Okay, so revenue expenditure is for that period and capital expenditure is for the benefit in the future period. So this cinema hall license, you are going to earn benefit from because of that license. That license assume for 10 years, 50 years, 70 years. So that license will give you earning capacity. And when you will generate revenue out of this, it is called as capital expense. It is called as capital expense, that license. Penalties will be covered under fines, penalties under inauguration expense. Assume, suppose for my hotel business example, I appointed Salman Khan for inauguration. बेटा example है ना, why are you taking seriously? हाँ, और सलमान खान बेटा मेरे प्रोडक्ट्स की एडवर्टाइज कर रहा है, इज्जत पापड़. ओके, सो ये बेटा होटल में मैं पापड़ी बेच रहा हूं, तो इनॉग्रेशन एक्सपेंडिचर, तो इनॉग्रेशन एक्सपेंडिचर आई पेड बेटा. तो दैट एक्सपेंडिचर, भले उसका फायदा मुझे फ्यूचर में होगा, लोग आएंगे यार सलमान यही पापड़ खाता है, उससे बॉडी बनती है. ओके, तो दैट इनॉग्रेशन एक्सपेंडिचर इज considered as revenue expenditure, because I am not sure whether I am going to earn benefit out of this, and this is not any asset which you are creating. This is called as fictitious asset, जो दिखती है पर रहती नहीं है, जो मृगजल बोलता हूं ना मैं, that is called as fictitious asset. Ronit, okay, so fictitious asset means which you incurred expenditure, heavy expenditure, but you are not creating. Intangible is different. Huh? Intangible means you are going to earn some profit out of this. Intangible, for example, suppose if I have some copyrights. For example, suppose beta I am Amazon Prime example, and I have taken some rights of any movie. RRR. RRR किस पे दिख रहा है? I don't know. Netflix पे है. Suppose Netflix. Okay. कोई भी होगा. वेरी गुड बेटा, आप ये सब लिस्ट बनाओ, मिर्जापुर है, ये है, वो है, बहुत बढ़िया. हाँ जी, तो सपोज RRR मूवी इज ऑन नेटफ्लिक्स, मैडम बता रहे, इनको ज्यादा पता होगा. सो बेटा दैट intangible asset, so that rights, so Netflix has paid to that RRR director और प्रोडक्शन हाउस, उनको हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? दिस इज intangible asset. Copyrights, so who is taking benefit of that? Netflix. Netflix has paid that amount, and Netflix से व्यूअर को पैसा जो मिल रहा है, so Netflix is earning some amount out of this. But suppose if I appointed Salman Khan as a chief guest, so मुझे इसमें से पैसा मिलेगा, I do not have any guarantee, and any asset is not created. I do not have any rights. सलमान किसी को ये नहीं बोल रहा है कि आप इसी के पापड़, तुझे खाना है तो इनका ही पापड़, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Okay, so this is called as fictitious asset. Okay, this is called as fictitious asset. So fictitious asset is different, intangible asset is different. Intangible asset is capital expenditure, and inauguration expenses is covered under fictitious. आधे लोगों को बेटा स्पेलिंग इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू, तो स्पेलिंग बताता हूं मैं. यस, तुझे आइडिया है fictitious का स्पेलिंग? नहीं. FICTI. Okay, so this is called as fictitious asset. Okay, fictitious asset. And here compensation for voluntary retirement. Now what is compensation for voluntary retirement? Have you heard the word VRS? Voluntary retirement schemes. But what happens normally? Now see, some banks, they may announce VRS schemes, voluntary retirement schemes. What happens? Example, if Jadeja ji is of age of 50 years, उसका एज है, assume he is of 50, बेटा 5 साल इनके लाइफ के बचे, लाइफ के नहीं, रिटायरमेंट के 5 साल yes, 5 years are remaining for retirement, and his salary is rupees 1 lakh rupee per month, assume. So 1 lakh rupee per month, so company has to pay 12 lakhs rupees multiplied by 5 years, 60 lakhs rupees expenditure. So bank, what they think, beta, give 30 lakhs today only, और उनको रिटायरमेंट को हाँ बोलने का उन्होंने. नाउ जडेजा जी ऑल्सो थिंकिंग कि ठीक है, इनसे 30 lakhs लेता हूं और मैं दूसरे बैंक में ज्वाइन हो जाऊंगा, 30,000 भी मिला तो भी चलेगा, मेरा टाइम पास भी हो जाएगा. Okay, so these schemes are called as voluntary retirement schemes, and company is paying that amount. It is called as beta revenue expenditure. You got this concept, voluntary retirement scheme. Renovation expenses, बेटा जस्ट पेंटिंग किया तो तू अंदर जाके बैठेगा क्या इसके? तो सपोज आप खटमल तो नहीं हो, ओके, तो बेटा बेडबग्स, तो बेटा जस्ट पेंटिंग किया हमने, तो पेंटिंग इज रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. ओके, ओनली पेंटिंग इज रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. पर बेटा ये दीवारी तोड़ दी अंबुजा सीमेंट, ओके, सो सपोज दिस वॉल, यस बेटा ये हमने ब्रेक कर दिया पूरा का पूरा, so capacity is increased, and when it is increasing capacity, such expenditure are called as capital expenditure. But renovation expenses, if it does not increase any capacity, it is called as revenue expenditure. Got this concept? Easy है? Okay. And traveling expenses, beta, director, not for his personal reason, for buying some asset. So beta, he wants to buy some asset from Germany. Assume you are a director. Assumptions. You are a director. You are an actor. Okay. So he bought some fixed asset. Okay. So he bought some fixed asset, and for that he has to visit some foreign country. So that expenditure, traveling expenditure, तो 50 रुपए में तो नहीं जाएगा बस से बेटा. हाँ, तो traveling expenditure is directors का जो भी रहेगा, that is called as capital expenditure. Demolition expenditure, बेटा ये बनने में जो टाइम लगता है, तोड़ने का टाइम. ओके ओके, तो बेटा you constructed one building, आपने एक बिल्डिंग को कंस्ट्रक्ट किया, and you demolish it after 20 years. So that demolition, it will cost you बेटा. You have to remove that, जितना भी वो कचरा होगा, जो भी रहेगा, या वो तोड़ने के लिए भी आपको टाइम लगेगा. Yes, so demolition expenses for construction of new building, और उसकी जगह पे आपको नई बिल्डिंग खड़ी करनी है. Okay, so it is called as capital expenditure. And renovation expenses, if it is increasing, renovation expenditure if it is increasing capacity. Okay, so these are some examples. I hope you understood what is the difference between capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. You go through study material, solve all examples of capital expenditure, revenue expenditure in, yes, और हम लोग उसको पहले सॉल्व करेंगे, रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर एंड कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर एग्जांपल्स. ओके, considerations in determining capital and revenue expenditure is very important point. Consideration in determining capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. So first point, you have to consider nature of business. So nature of business, for furniture dealer, we assume a furniture dealer trades in furniture. No, not assumption, this is actual, that he will purchase and sales in furniture. So for him, furniture is a revenue expenditure. At the same time, suppose in CA's office, if there is a furniture, it is called as asset, capital expenditure. So revenue expenditure will be transferred to P&L, and capital expenditure is considered in the balance sheet assets. Second point, recurring nature of expenditure. कौन सा recurring होगा? Revenue expenditure will be recurring. Recurring means बार बार आने वाला. Okay, so recurring frequency is more in case of revenue expenditure. This is one of the consideration. Again and again I am telling you, these are some points, but it is not mandatory that revenue in nature, matlab revenue expenditure is only is always you are recurring it. So sometimes I already explained you the example, painting is non-recurring, still it is revenue expenditure because it does not generate any asset. Okay, so it is one of the criteria, it is not कंपल्सरी, इट इज वन ऑफ द क्राइटेरिया कि नॉर्मली रेवेन्यू इन नेचर के ये रहने वाले हैं और फ्रीक्वेंसी इज रिकरिंग एंड फ्रीक्वेंसी ईयर इज नॉन रिकरिंग. तो मोटर कार नॉर्मली, इफ मोटर व्हीकल, ये नॉर्मल लोग बार बार रोज के रोज डील नहीं करते, 6 महीने में एक बार, 1 साल में एक बार, तो वो उनके लिए कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर हो जाएगा, कार होगा, प्लांट एंड मशीनरी. तीसरा, पर्पज ऑफ एक्सपेंडिचर. यस, व्हाट इज द पर्पज ऑफ एक्सपेंडिचर? हियर normal example, repairs. So purpose is very simple, that repairs is the purpose, and here major repairs which will increase your production capacity. So that part if you change it, so your production capacity is getting changed. For example, एक एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ तो आपको बहुत इजीली समझ में आएगा. एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं कि सपोज पहले आपके पास सेमी ऑटोमेटिक मशीन था, प्रीवियस सेमी ऑटोमेटिक मशीन. Okay, means something you have to do manually and something on machine, 50% on machine, 50% manually, but now you change it to 100% automatic. Okay, so it is your major repairs. Okay, ऐसा कुछ पार्ट बदला कि वो पूरा का पूरा क्या कर रहा है, अभी ऑटोमेटिक ले रहा है, तो 90% ऑटोमेटिक ले रहा है, 10% ही लेबर बचा, so it will save your energy also. So purpose of expenditure, if it increases production capacity, it is called as capital expenditure. Revenue generating capacity बताइए. Less than, it is for current period only and it is more than 1 year. Next one. So revenue generating capacity, you will incur income only for 1 year, and here it is more than 1 year. Materiality, materiality means importance, materiality means important. So revenue expenditure is more material or immaterial, lower material or immaterial, and it is capital expenditure is material, higher material. Okay, materiality is high and either it is low. Repairs expense or overall expenses, very important. If it is first hand machinery and if you are incurring any repairs, it is covered as revenue expenditure, but it is a second hand machinery and then it is a capital expenditure. We are going to see some equations based on this. So first hand machinery के ऊपर कोई खर्चा किया repairs का, so it is called as revenue expenditure, but if you incur some expenditure on second hand machinery, in that case it is called as capital expenditure. So these are some important points. Labor expenditure already removed from the syllabus. Some examples, let's think on this. First one, overall expenses on second hand machinery purchase are revenue expenditure. Overall expenses are incurred to put second hand machinery in working condition to derive the endurable long term advantage, so it should be capitalized. You have to give reason also. So reason is very simple. Reason is that इस सेकंड हैंड मशीन को वर्किंग कंडीशन में लाने के लिए दैट एक्सपेंडिचर इज मैंडेटरी. ओके, सो टू हैव स्मूथ वर्किंग we have to incur that expenditure, so it is a second hand machine. On second hand, suppose if you buy second hand car, और कार के लिए बेटा सपोज एज्यूम करते हैं कि उसका डोर प्रॉपरली लॉक नहीं होता है, तो आपने वो डोर फिटिंग बदल दिए ऑन सेकंड हैंड मशीन, तो सेकंड हैंड कार, सो इट इज अ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. एंड सपोज फर्स्ट हैंड कार होगी तो दैट इज यूर रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. आया समझ में? तो सपोज सेकंड हैंड कार यू बॉट एंड यू चेंज द पेंट कलर उसका, देन इट इज अ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. फर्स्ट हैंड मशीनरी, फर्स्ट हैंड कार है और आपने शौक के लिए पेंट चेंज किया, तो दैट इज रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन, मनी स्पेंट टू रिड्यूस वर्किंग एक्सपेंसेस is revenue expenditure. False. Reducing working expenses because it generates long term benefits. So what is in the first point beta? In working condition, for first question, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन में वर्डिंग्स क्या आने चाहिए? यस, सेकंड हैंड मशीनरी इन वर्किंग कंडीशन फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म एडवांटेज. So two keywords are there: working condition and long term advantage. Okay, अंडरलाइन. आपके स्टडी मटेरियल में कौन सा क्वेश्चन है ये? इलू 1, long term advantage and working condition. Underline these lines. Second one, money spent to reduce working expenses. Simple सा है. I will give you one example. Yes बेटा, आपके घर में एज्यूम करते एक मेड है जो रोटियां बनाती. ओके, तो वो आपने उसको बदल के एक रोटी मेकर लाया. तो टेल मी, दैट विल सेव योर रिकरिंग एक्सपेंडिचर. अभी भी उनको ठंडी बज रही है. ओके, तो नहीं होगा कुछ. So it is called as working expenses. If it reduces, then in that case it is called as beta capital expenditure. So what is important point? Generated long term benefits. Underline, generated long term benefits. For example, if in case of intangible fixed asset, if it is in the form of technical know-how. Technical know-how means what? Which technology you are using. For example, for मेरे टाइम पे जब पल्सर आया था तो पल्सर इंजन इज DTSI. अभी नाम सुना होगा. अभी आपके इसमें मुझे पता नहीं है अभी. हाँ, नहीं, दैट इज नॉट द BS6. तो वो गवर्नमेंट, वो नहीं, वो इंजन का जो अभी पल्सर के पास ही वो टेक्नोलॉजी होगा. ओके, अभी यामा का टेक्नोलॉजी अलग है, पल्सर का अलग था, तो वो टेक्नोलॉजी DTSI इंजन. So that engine is called as know-how. So they have know-how कि वो टेक्नोलॉजी वही लोग यूज कर सकते. So for them it is intangible assets, and for tangible fixed asset if any additional replacement. Okay बेटा, for example if you know आपकी एक 2-wheeler थे assume कर, और बेटा आपने वो शोले की बाइक देखी है क्या? एक बाजू में भी रहता है वो, हाँ साइड के इसमें. तो वो एडिशनल आपने वहां पे जोड़ लिया. तो दैट इज इंक्रीजिंग कैपेसिटी बेटा. पहले 2 लोग बैठते थे आगे पीछे, अभी बाजू में भी 2-3 लोग बैठेंगे. ओके, तो दैट इंक्रीजेस योर कैपेसिटी. तो इट इज कॉल्ड एज एडिशनल रिप्लेसमेंट. हाँ, आप पुणे में स्वारगेट करके जा सकते हो. यस, तो इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एडिशनल रिप्लेसमेंट इट इज कॉल्ड एज बेटा कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन. So what is important point? Intangible asset, technical know-how underline कीजिए. It is your illustration number 2 only, ना? Illustration 1. In illustration 1, second and tangible fixed asset, additional replacement. Third one. Underline किया आपने? Amount spent as lawyers' fees to defend a suit claiming that firm's factory site belonged to plaintiff. Capital land is a capital expenditure. Yes. See, here आपके इसमें क्या क्वेश्चन चेंज किया है क्या? दिस इज अ 4th क्वेश्चन. I have taken only important one. In illustration number 1, this is 4th question. Same question. Yes. See, here your land, for that you paid some lawyer fees. Already you have one land and now you are claiming that land is mine. तो ये लैंड आपकी है, ये आप सिर्फ क्लेम कर रहे हो ऑलरेडी, ऐसा नहीं कि नई लैंड ले रहे हो. एंड दैट्स व्हाई यू अपॉइंटेड लॉयर. तो हिज फीस विल बी रेवेन्यू इन नेचर, क्योंकि लैंड तो आप ही की है. already you hold it. Okay, so here it is a maintenance expenditure of the asset, so it is treated as revenue expenditure because no endurable benefits obtained in the future. टॉपिक ही है ना, सिर्फ आप उसके ऊपर क्लेम कर रहे हो कि भाई झगड़े हो गए तो ये लैंड इतना एरिया मेरा है. ओके, एंड नो कैपेसिटी ऑफ द एसेट विल गेट इंक्रीज. सो अंडरलाइन कीजिए मेंटेनेंस एक्सपेंडिचर. I have selected only important questions. This is illustration number 1, question number 4. D क्या रोमन 4 है, normal 4. Okay. Expenses incurred on repairs and whitewashing for the first time on purchase of old building is a revenue expenditure. But a first time on old building, suppose if it is a first building, first hand building, to beta it's a revenue nature. But this is second hand building, old building, and you incur some expenditure. So these expenditures to put the building in usable condition. Okay, so it's a cost of building. Usable condition underline. This is कौन सा point था ये? 6. So this is 6th one. In illustration 1, 6th one. Easy है? Now this is, yes beta, which one? 7th? 8. This is 8 in your study material. ILU 1, 8. Amount spent for construction of temporary huts. Okay. Which were necessary for the construction of cinema house and were demolished when cinema house was ready. It's a capital expenditure. आपके बुक में क्या लिखा है इसका? Without that huts, you cannot start your cinema hall work. Means ये ICI ने ऐसा assume किया है. Now there are two thoughts. Sometimes बेटा SSC can win on this situation. SSC, a person who is paying tax, okay, he can win, beta. He can tell income tax officer that temporary huts are there. There are no assets. And second one, assessing officer means income tax officer, he can have beta arguments like he will say कि नहीं, that huts are important only because you have to construct your cinema hall. दोनों के व्यूज करेक्ट है. एक क्या बोलेगा? एक बोलेगा ये टेम्पररी है, ऐसे भी हटने वाला है, तो रेवेन्यू इन नेचर. पर अभी ICI एक्सपेक्ट्स यू हैव टू राइट दिस आंसर एज अ कैपिटल एक्सपेंस. इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट. अंडरलाइन पार्ट ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन. पार्ट ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन. दिस वन इज 8. लास्ट है क्या? ILU 1 का लास्ट है. पेड फॉर रिमूवल ऑफ इन्वेंटरी टू न्यू साइट. सेकंड का सेकंड. ओके, दिस इज इलस्ट्रेशन 2, सेकंड वन. बेटा इन्वेंटरी यू मूव इट फ्रॉम वन प्रीमाइसेस टू अनदर प्रीमाइसेस. फॉर एग्जांपल सपोज यू हैव सम बुक्स, आपके पास कुछ किताबें हैं, and now you are removing it from one premises because you are relocating, means you are going outside. तो आपने एक premises छोड़ के नए premises में you are shifting. So in that case बेटा removal of that inventory from one side to another, should I call it as revenue expenditure or revenue expenditure? ना, inventory हटा के दूसरी जगह पे लेके गए तो वो जो हमाली पैसे दिया तो वो क्या हो जाएगा बेटा? revenue expenditure. No endurable benefits, no capacity of asset is increased. Correct है? Same reason is given by ICI. You have to write all these answers. Rings and pistons. Which one? ILU 2, third one. Of an engine were changed or overall expenses incurred to get fuel efficiency. So now efficiency is increased. Long term benefit, it is a capital expenditure, improvement in fixed asset, underline improvement, and increase in profit earning capacity. Cost reduction, underline increase profit earning capacity and cost reduction. Understood how to write the answer? Okay. देखो मैंने पॉइंट वाइज लिखा है, तो यू ऑल्सो हैव टू राइट पॉइंट वाइज. Money paid to MTNL for installing telephone in the office. This is not asset. Capital expenditure नहीं है. This is just a deposit. This is just a market as IMP. Capital expenditure. No. This is not an expenditure. This is only asset. डिपॉजिट है ये. हमने एमटीएनएल के पास कुछ पेमेंट किया, तो दिस इज बेटा अवर डिपॉजिट, नॉट कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. दिस इज नॉट एक्सपेंडिचर, दिस इज डिपॉजिट विच यू कैन एडजस्ट अगेंस्ट टेलीफोन बिल्स. तो ये गूगली था, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. विच वन बेटा? इलू टू फोर्थ वन. इलू टू फोर्थ वन. आईएमपी मार्क करो. करना बेटा, आईएमपी लिखना. आगे लिखने का, ऐसा पीछे कौन लिखता है? नेक्स्ट वन, expenditure in connection with obtaining a license for running the cinema worth ₹20,000. During the course of the year, cinema company was fined ₹1,000 for contravention of some rules. Renewal fees 2,000 for next year also paid. License fees is a capital expenditure. That 20,000. 20,000 is a capital expenditure. Fines are revenue expenditure. And renewal is always for, yes, recurring expenditure every year. And recurring expenditure, therefore, revenue expenditure. But for this year, beta, this is prepaid expenditure. For this year, this is prepaid. Mark it as IMP. It is of next year, you paid it now. So this is prepaid expenditure. So 2000 को prepaid लिखो, 1000 को 1000 is a revenue expenditure and 20,000 will be your capital expenditure. So 20,000 is a capital expenditure, 1000 is a revenue expenditure, and renewal fees will be prepaid expenditure. Inauguration expenses, which one? Illustration 4, second one. Inauguration expenses, better it's to explore more customer, but no endurable benefit. Okay, we are not 100% sure that inauguration expenses will give me returns, and therefore there is no benefit, and therefore better it is called as revenue expenditure. Compensation paid to workers for who opted voluntary retirement. ILU 4, third one. ILU 4, third one. It is also treated as revenue expenditure and underline no endurable benefit. First, I will explain you in next video what is capital receipt and revenue receipt, और उसके बाद हम लोग next वाले देखेंगे. Okay, receipt side after this. So expenditure we have finished. Expenditure is very simple, capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Identify some transactions, all important transaction mark करके रखे क्या आपने? Remaining questions you can do by your own. Okay. Understand capital receipt and revenue receipt. Capital receipt and revenue receipt. Revenue receipts means beta regular in nature or one time? Regular in nature. And capital receipt is normally one time. Beta revenue receipts we record it in the P&L credit side. And capital receipt we write it on the liability side. So you can write it somewhere. Revenue receipt P&L credit, and capital receipt means loan taken is a capital receipt. Capital introduced is a capital receipt. So that you have to write it on liability side. Revenue receipt and capital receipt. These are pure normal business receipts. Receipts which are not in revenue nature are capital receipts. Receipts from sale of goods, interest income, every year you are getting it. Receipts from sale of fixed asset, it's a capital receipt. Secured or unsecured loan, owner's contribution. So if you are getting such type of receipts are recorded on the liability side. That first one, sale of fixed asset or investment beta, that is not actually recorded in the P&L account. Capital side, liability side. That income we record it in the P&L. Why? Because accounting standard 5 talks about if you are selling, specifically it is given in the accounting standard 5, if profit or loss on sale of asset is called as extraordinary item. Sorry, not extraordinary, exceptional item. What is called as exceptional item, and that you have to record as in P&L account. Where you have to record that? In P&L, but as exceptional item. Okay, normal day-to-day business activities are credited to P&L. जो रोज के incomes है वो P&L में ही जाते हैं, ordinary activities. And some are exceptional, तो वो exceptional में ये list में नाम है. So though it is not selling day to day, हम लोग रोज fixed asset बेचते हैं क्या? Still you will record profit or loss in the P&L. Why? Accounting standard 5 exceptional item list. याद रखना कौन सा अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 5 और उसमें कौन सी एक्सेप्शनल. तो वो देखो मैंने सेल किया, इट्स माय ऑर्डिनरी एक्टिविटी, गुड्स सेल किए तो, पर सेल ऑफ फिक्स एसेट ऑर्डिनरी है क्या श्रद्धा जी? नहीं. फिर वो जो है वो हम लोग फिर भी P&L में क्यों रिकॉर्ड करते हैं? सेल ऑफ फिक्स एसेट से जो इनकम आया, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 5. If you sell, those who have completed beta shares chapter in 12th standard, forfeited shares था क्या आपको? If forfeited shares are reissued, then that will be transferred to capital reserve. Then that will be transferred to capital reserve. कहाँ पे ट्रांसफर करते थे? कैपिटल रिजर्व में. समझ में आ रहा है? ओके. अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट, it will be transferred to P&L, carried to balance sheet. Okay, so this is capital receipt and revenue receipt. ये already covered था. So see some examples of capital receipt. Okay, this is illustration number. Okay, now illustration number 5, and which one? 4. Insurance claim received on account of machinery damaged by fire. Beta, claim received is my receipt, but this claim, why you received beta? Because your machinery got damaged. Now what is the nature of machinery? Revenue expenditure or capital expenditure? Capital expenditure. So claim received in it will be capital receipt. Suppose if insurance claim is received on account of goods destroyed by fire. A goods is which type of activity beta? Goods purchase, revenue expenditure. So goods destroyed by fire और उसका claim मिला तो it will be revenue receipt. So you have to see the nature. Claim received on machinery, machinery होगा तो capital receipt, but claim received on goods damaged by fire, it is called as revenue receipt. You can note down this. बड़ा नोट डाउन करना है, पागल जैसे मत बैठे रहो. कमी है क्या तू? हाँ, इंश्योरेंस क्लेम रिसीव्ड मशीनरी का रहेगा तो यू कैन डिवाइड इट इन टू पार्ट्स, इंश्योरेंस क्लेम रिसीव्ड ऑन मशीनरी डैमेज और दूसरा ऑन गुड्स डैमेज। ट्री डायग्राम बना के रख सकते हो। ये दिया है क्या आईसीए ने? तो कैपिटल रिसीट व्हेन इट इज बेटा लैंड मोटर कार डैमेज तो क्या होगा? कैपिटल रिसीट। फर्नीचर डैमेज कैपिटल रिसीट। इफ यू आर फर्नीचर डीलर एंड यूर फर्नीचर डैमेज रेवेन्यू रिसीट। वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। यस बेटा, कुछ समझ में आ रहा है आपको? मेसर्स न्यू दिल्ली फाइनेंसिंग कंपनी sold certain goods on installing payment basis. This is illustration 6 na. 5 customers did not pay installment, and to recover such outstanding installments the firm spent out some legal expenses. Revenue expenditure. These legal expenses, why you are paying beta? Not for acquisition of any asset. This is only a case you filed against that person who is non-repaying you. So there is no repayment and that's why you filed one case. तो बेटा ये तो हमारे बेचा हुआ माल था ना ये हमने, तो उसका रीपेमेंट हमें नहीं मिल रहा है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. इट इज कॉल्ड एज रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. ऑल इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स टुगेदर. आपको कुछ तो हो रहा है. ओके, तो थैंक यू. ये था एक छोटा सा चैप्टर. आई होप जितने ऑल इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स आई कवर्ड, जो इंपॉर्टेंट थे आपको डिफिकल्ट लग रहे थे, तो बाकी के जो है वो आप खुद से करना. ओके, so this is called as revenue expenditure and capital expenditure, or revenue receipt or capital receipt.